Hello there. I debated not streaming at all, just because. I mean, it's pretty late. I'm starting to stream at freaking 2 in the morning, and I only stay up to like 4. Plus, I have stuff I gotta do tomorrow. But I want to talk. Uh, before that happens, I'll be. Here's my drawing for the stream, and what I want to talk about relates to that. And hey, I got it set up before the stream. You, you know, yay for me. I want to turn the game down a bit. Um, Next, I turn it back up, and then I want to mute it because none of these actually affect music. Other than that, so we're just gonna chill with that for now. No, you couldn't see it, but only the master volume. Out of all the settings there, only the master volume affects the menu music. Anyway, look at that. That's pretty bad. Uh, but I guess I mean it's designed. So my little structure I do. I start off with a 5 minute throwaway drawing whatever I want, just whatever comes to mind. Right now, I just find a reference to something on my mind, and then I try to recreate it to the best of my ability, quote unquote, but not actually sweating if I miss. Unfortunately, I did not do a great job this time. Not because it turned out poorly. That was like, obviously, it's going to turn out poorly. But, I got a little more invested in it than I should have. Like, it doesn't look like there's much investment there. It's not like I poured my soul into it. Uh, it's not like I poured my soul into it. I just put a little bit more. I'm not even gonna say I put a little bit more effort. I just like got emotionally more not attached, invested, I guess, to this. And yeah, you can't tell which character this is. I mean, it's not a complete copy, obviously. Even if it was like bad, but it was complete, you might be able to tell. So I'm not gonna like sweat that too much. This is supposed to be Nayuta from Chainsaw Man. I'm not gonna put the reference I use next to it because one, the artist might not like that, and two, to spare myself some dignity. I'm actually going to talk while I play the game. So, what I want to talk about. So how my little structure is set up is I start the day off with a 5 minute drawing, or I start, not the day off, I start my session off with like a 5 minute drawing of that nature. That's what I show in the beginning of my streams. A 5 minute drawing of, god damn. 5 minute drawing of that nature, and a 5 minute drawing of that nature, and then like the second it hits 5 minutes, no matter if I'm like mid line or whatever, I stop. I can't. I'm not allowed to continue any further. And then I go into my warm ups. Unfortunately, the warm ups weren't so great today. Not about the results as much. Like the results weren't great, and I would say they were worse than the past 2 days. This is my third day, by the way. This is my little what do you want to call it? This is the most. This is my streak. This is my 30-day streak now. So I could be proud of myself for that, I suppose. But um, I do those warm ups, and the warm ups just didn't do great. They weren't amazing today, and it actually did feel pretty bad about that. I try not to. I try to just move on, but there's so much weight. I gotta hold on. I gotta like I've been writing stuff down, and I got to look at that because I'm not great at talking off the top of my head. Let's see if I can find it. At the same time, I'm trying to find the signal. It's hard to put emotions to words. So, it's. Let's see if this goes through. Dang. I haven't had much sensor failure since the very first day. Did that not turn on? Oh, I did the wrong one. That's why. I don't know. Where did I? So emotions are hard to put into words. I've got a lot of them right now, and they're not, particularly positive. Um, Essentially, I'm at, the very beginning stages of my drawing journey, so to speak. And I'm freaking 21 years old. I try not to beat myself up about that. It's like, there's people who've started art later than me. And then I'd like try to think back. It's like, man, my days during school I just spent after school just playing games or whatever. Those are all wasted. But I try not to beat myself up about that either. I try not to think about that. I try not to do it. And for the most part, I'm okay. I'm actually pretty good about it. I don't. Um, yeah, I did think so. Um, I don't beat myself up about it too much. I'm actually pretty good about that in regards to not blaming my past self for being a kid. I didn't have the same interests, but I can't entirely say that because I've had this interest in drawing for a long time, and then just didn't do anything about it. And now it's I'm paying the price for it. Um, so with the drawing stuff, there's a lot of weight on it for me. There's a lot of emotional weight on the aspect of me acquiring the skill of drawing because it's hard to put into words just how important it is to me because I I'm 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 a creative. I have so many stories I want to tell, and a lot of the ways, the main way I'll want to tell them, where they're required to be told, really, is through a visual medium. And I need to be able to draw in order to do that. But it feels hopeless a lot. It feels like no matter how many, it feels like it's like I think sunk cost fallacy or whatever. It feels like it'll get to that point. And I know it's like I won't get to the there's no the there is no chance that I get to the point that I want to if I don't put in the effort. But at the same time, there's no guarantee that I'll get to where I want, even if I do. So it would just feel like wasted. That would be a sunk cost fallacy. It just feel like wasted time, and it does make things hard to. And I'm not good at multitasking. I like multi-thinking, doing this and that, doing this and talking about that. I gotta wait for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna read using my like my bullet. No, they're not bullet points, but use it as a way to keep. So I'm not really content to just work, come home, play video games, or watch anime or TV, or read, and then just. Also, I feel like there's not enough sound. What's going on? Hmm, guess that's wrong. I gotta pause for a second. I don't feel content if I were to just, work, come home, watch anime, play games, etc. Just do, whatever. Just waste and just do passive things like that don't feel productive to me. I'm not the kind of guy to be like, oh, I have to work at all points. I have to work at all times. If you're not working at all times, then you're a bum. Something like that. No, I just mean during those moments, I feel like there's so much more I could be doing to become more of the person I want to be. And if I don't, I feel this like void. I feel hollow, meaningless. Yeah, I can't live with that. So, I have all these stories I want to make. And if I were to tell them, I wouldn't be feeling that void. Whenever I do draw, no matter how bad it is, it fills that void. Obviously, I'm not telling a story, but I'm working towards that. I'm working towards the ability to tell my stories. And mm, I don't want to give up on it. And I'm only 3 days in. Like, I understand how dumb it'd be for me to give up. I'm not going to give up. But there's still just this nagging thought at the back of my head just saying, you know, what if you're different? What if you can't? What if you're like physically or mentally unable to get that skill set of drawing, specifically drawing? What if you never can express your ideas through that visual medium, regardless of how much time you put into it, regardless of how much you practice, how many resources you consume, how much money you dump into the freaking hobby, it's a hobby, how much money you dump into the equipment or lessons or courses, how much time you spend practicing. What if it's never enough? And I don't want to answer. I don't want to live in that reality. There's other ways I can tell my stories, and some of them I do intend on just being words, and I'm fairly confident I can do that, but having to abandon the other stories because they practically require that based on the format that I'm wanting. I I don't know if I could do that, you know? Does this just not have? Oh wait, no, I didn't look for a signal yet. Whoa, make things easy. It feels like with this drawing stuff, it's like if it doesn't work, it feels like the meaning for my life is on the, and I'm not insinuating anything with this. I'm gonna say that to be safe, but I'm not sure I could live a life without meaning. You know? So I want to make it have that meaning, the meaning that I want. I don't know. I had more that I wanted to say, or rather, I guess like in my head, there is more ways to describe the way that I feel about all this, and I lost it. Right now, what my structure for drawing is just to be able to keep me going. It's really just fighting my head, fighting myself. It's just breaking through that mindset of this isn't worth the time. So it's like low stakes. It's low barrier to entry. It's supposed to be like really low emotional investment, so I don't get attached to the drawing. It's like every missed mark is a silent judgment of my future. It's like if I struggle this much with straight lines, then how can I ever say I'll be able to become the person I want to become? And there's like a part of me that says like, you know, a month from now, if there's no progress, if nothing feels like it's changed or gotten better, it's just a validation of how I've been feeling this whole time. But I guess, I mean, I can say with certainty I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I get to the point that I want to. But at the same time, I don't entirely know how to do that. You know, I'm using Drawbox right now is because it's really the only thing I got. I don't know where else to go. For some with my lack of a skill, I think it makes sense to go to the course that explicitly is designed for people with that problem. And it's supposed to help me develop that, but like, I see, like, he says, this is the big one. This is an example. He says, confident mark making is it's the most important thing that he has, he, talks about in the course. Or, that he says that it is the most important thing for you to do. Be able to make your marks confident. And he tells you the process of how to do that. And when it comes to circles or ellipses, I follow the process exactly. I ghost it for, several times. I'm using my whole arm, I'm ghosting it. And then whenever I put the mark down on the page, I'm not hesitating. It's a fluid, smooth motion, but it's still shaky. And it's like the whole thing of the confident mark making is that it's not supposed to be shaky. It's not supposed to wobble at all. But mine still does, even though I do everything right. I mean, I'm left-handed. I'm not using that as an excuse, but it also, like, I also have an issue. It seems to be genetic, where my mom has it, my papa had it, and I have it, where our hands just kind of shake for no good reason. Like, we'll hold something that's like moderately heavy, like a glass of milk, just like it's not even heavy. It's like freaking two. It's like a pound and a half. And sometimes holding it, hands just start going crazy. And I'm hoping that's not some issue that is going to prevent me from getting to where I need to. Because it seems like it might. Because I do everything that I need. I do everything that's asked of me, and it's not enough because of something possibly out of my control. I have seen myself be able to make good circles, like smooth, fluid circles. I just can't do it consistently. I don't know why. And I don't know if it's because, I just wasn't shaking at that moment, but I'm shaking most of the other times, or if there was something I'm doing different. Something I'm doing better there, that I'm doing wrong everywhere else. I don't know. I have more. Right? Yeah. So right now, my whole schedule is about being able to come back the next day and not scare myself off. But it's like at the same time, I need actual improvement in order for that to happen. If I do this day by day and it's like nothing changes, then there, what's the point of it? I'm still gonna bring a drawing every single day, or every single stream, you know. I'm still doing that. That's not changing. You know, that's actually like I did that on purpose to incentivize myself to draw every day. If I want to play the games I want to play, I got to stream them. And if I'm going to stream them, I need to have a drawing to show at the beginning. That's just how it's got to be, you know? So I do that 5-minute drawing in the beginning, and at some point, maybe I can make it a little longer than 5 minutes. Maybe I can put a little more effort into it. Instead of designing it so I don't scare myself away, I can try to make something actually of value. I guess that's what most of what I want to talk about. I guess I got it off my chest or something. I don't know. It's one of these. I just want a drawing that I don't. I want to make a drawing that I look at and say, I don't want to throw this. Because that's what I do with the drawings that I've shown so far on stream. Every single one of them's gone. You know, I still have pictures of them, obviously, since you can show. But it's supposed to disconnect me from it. But at some point, I want drawings that I don't feel the need to be disconnected from. You know, I can look at them and be proud of them. And I know I'm capable of it. I know there's the possibility. I know it's a thing of artists, even as they get so good at their skill, they're just like, oh, I'm never able to. It never looks like it's supposed to. Like it does in my head. So it's not good enough. But I know I can make things that I am proud of. Like that time I made that reference that was like damn near 1-to-1. Aside from it being cut off because I made the drawing too big. But like, I was proud of that. I looked at that as like that is something I was able to accomplish. So I know it's possible for me to have that feeling. But right now, it feels like it's so far away. Feels like it's so far away. Where'd all my... Oh. Also, I know this is my third Voices of the Void stream in a row. I wanted something low energy. Did consider Abyssal Ascent. And I will be revisiting that eventually. Maybe tomorrow. Technically today. What does that mean? Also, I discovered something about that place. It was kind of spoilers. I probably wouldn't have figured it out on my own, though, because I know me. This thing actually goes by pretty fast. What the hell? How did I get 275 credits? Is that because of Krampus? Thank you, Krampus. I thought Krampus was a bad guy. Screw you, buddy. Uniform, Quebec in November. November. Yay. Anyway. I got a broom. I need that. Probably need that. What else did I need? Food? I have enough food for all that. So, no, the money was not Krampus. Just the slightest bit disconcerting. Actually, I need that on if I'm gonna, well, I'm not gonna go now. I need the crowbar so I can start breaking those boxes down, actually. Door. Tools. Oh, I need a notepad soon. Hook. And crowbar. And download speed, why not? Oh, we can do it. No. I'll go into debt. I can do it. That's different. Ping failed. Weak or no signal. We'll try another. If it says the same thing, then I'm going to assume it's not just chance. Okay. How many? I have 6. Good. We'll get this set up, and then I'll sleep a bit. I wish I could just. Oh. I don't know why it's doing this. I think it is a precision thing, right? Yeah, I can start breaking things down, fine. Well, that's not good. I don't like that. What do you mean you can sense something? It is dark. Oh, hello. It's only my peripherals? Are you my friend? Are you a friend? You don't ca- you don't care if I'm this close, if I'm looking right at you or not. Oh, I think I'm inside of it or something. I don't know. Hello, friend. Are you? Are you Krampus? I can't tell. I don't know the story of Krampus. You have some type of form. Stop being spooky when I can do whatever with it. And it not mean anything. I want to sleep because I'm low on stamina. I don't want to sleep in real life. Still here, Krampus. How do I get out? Still there. Ah. There's a little gremlin. What are you doing? I have a crowbar. I'm not afraid to use it. I will come over there and beat you. I'm gonna do that? I'll do it. I'll do it. Can I get down without breaking my ankles? No. I won't fight you. I'm too tired to run, but I will come fuck you up, buddy. You don't scare me. I'm gonna fuck you up. Shadow Goblin dude. Oh, no, he won. He best not make a mistake. I think I'm scared of him again. No, I'm still standing. He's gone. I win. Alright. No? Little eyeball guy is still there. I can start doing this now. As long as there's nothing in there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm talking about the last MRE back here. I know. Drives that I missed. MRE that I missed. Garbage bags. Not very useful. Alright, can I sleep now? Oh. What was that? I didn't do anything. Are there demons in here? Oh, hey. Coffee, chocolate, Wug Hill beer. And a blue mushroom. Hook ass LMAO. A rusty military. Hell yeah. Those goblins won't know what's coming to them. I shank the. Like it can. I don't know what I need to get rid of the traffic. Okay, give me that. There's no note with that one. Screwdriver. I'll go ahead and collect all of these. And I will put them up in the box. There are demons in this frickin' place, and they're stabbing me. Ow! Oh, there's the demon. Where's my knife? Oh. There's a parkour map. I can't do parkour in this place. Yeah, yeah, it's not really up to me. Am I on fire? What is... Oh, I want to be... I'm just getting shanked and shit? Let me go to bed. That's what I wanted to do in the first place. And then it's like, no, I sense something. I don't care if you sense something. Go the fuck to bed, bro. Oh. Get up. Sleep. You cannot do this to me. Just, you know, do this. On the bed. I don't want to sleep. I could sense something. That's pushy shit. Shut up. Oh my god. Here, have a chocolate coffee. There you go. If you're gonna be a pussy and be like, I sense something. I don't want to go to sleep despite me falling over. Because I'm so fucking tired. Then eat a fucking cup of coffee, chocolate. Thank you, little demons! What am I supposed to do about the demons? Brimley Goblin demons. Make me drop my crowbar and shit. I can't fight back. Where's my knife? Where's my knife? Gremlin Goblin demons in here. I want that. I don't need all the batteries. I don't need that many MREs. Yeah, it's the same. I might actually die. I think I just did. I did. Well, I can't fight back against them, and I can't go to sleep, so I would assume they would disappear. So how does dying work? Oh, it just kicks me out to the... Just kicks me out to the main game. Alright, well... I guess that's a good place to end it. He clearly didn't want me to play, so...